Last year I began with a failure. That was a helpful lesson in itself. As the hedgerows become crowded with redwings for another cold season, I knew it was time to revisit the subject and try again, with the practice and lessons from my failure supporting me. Here is my take 2 journey with the birds and the berries. Oops. Perhaps take 3? As usual, I applied masking fluid to the areas I wanted to keep bright white. That satisfying crisp line of snow that settles along the branches. If you want to learn more about using masking fluid, I have a couple of videos on it already that I'll pop links to in the description. After the masking had dried, I began with a light wash of cold pastel blue and purple, and just a hint of green, since it's never completely gone, even in December. Splatters of bright red for the berries. I love watching the pigment flare out when it hits the damp paper. There was a lot of layering involved to bring this together, as there is to a real hedgerow. Gradually putting down branches and pulling some out. Some faded and far away, some dark and bold up close. Stronger colour beside the masked areas to help it stand out, and some softening of the twiggy tips. The round red haws. I always enjoy the great reveal of the masking fluid. Worth the wait of drying paint. It was still quite subtle against the pale winter colours. Enter the stars, the birds themselves. Redwings are our smallest true thrush, and only 20-something pairs stay to breed here in the UK, generally in Scotland, with hundreds of thousands of them flying to us from Russia, Iceland and Scandinavia when the winter table is laid. I'm constantly amazed by the incredible feats of endurance birds make in their little lives. It's a colourful, noisy affair when they appear in the hedgerows. A welcome sight to brighten the greying days. Another pass, deepening of the details. those last few leaves I love to find, still stubbornly clinging on into winter. More emphasising the edge of the lines of snow and the fullness of the berries. A few extra dabs of white gouache for good measure. Of course, an artist will always find a way to nitpick an image. Although I'm extremely happy with the result, I still think I could have found even more texture and depth. Perhaps using salt to help the pigments spread like frost. A lighter touch to the birds themselves. Once again, it just goes to show that each painting made serves to teach and inspire us even more. Thanks for joining me again. I hope you enjoyed watching this scene come together, and have a fantastic year of your own, filled with creative fun and magical moments with nature. Until next time, subscribe to stay inspired.